Question number 1. So what exactly is meant by thinking or computational thinking dash? Excellent choice. How to think like a computer scientist is the right answer. Question number 2. The use of computers, especially as a subject of research or study. You're right. Computer science is the correct answer. Question number 3. What principles of computational thinking are used in programming? Well picked. All correct is the correct answer. Question number 4. What are the benefits of practicing computational thinking skills? Correct. Solve various problems in life systematically and with steps is the right answer.
Question number 5. What is the main goal of decomposition in computational thinking?
Nice work. You chose to simplify complex problems by breaking them down, and it is correct.
Question number 6. One of the following is not a computational thinking cornerstone.
Excellent. Exploring the problem is a brilliant choice. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a computational thinking technique? Right choice. Coding is the best answer. Question number 8. Computational thinking equals critical thinking skills plus dash. Good thinking. The power of computing is the right answer. Question number 9. An algorithm is a step-by-step set of operations to be performed. Well done. Algorithm is the right choice. Question number 10. Breaking a large problem down into smaller chunks is called dash. On track. Decomposition is the correct answer. Question number 11. What is an example of using computational thinking in real life? Valid point. All of the above is true. Question number 12. What is an example of algorithmic thinking in computer science? Smart pick. Sorting a list of product names into alphabetical order is the correct choice. Question number 13. Which is not an example of a computational thinking method dash? Great thinking. Composition is the right choice. Question number 14. Using a flowchart to design an algorithm is an example of what? You chose thinking logically, and it is correct. Question number 15. What do you do before starting to write coding or programming? Nice selection. Computational thought processes is the correct and valid answer. Question number 16. When someone is used to computational thinking, the impact dash. Correct response. More critical thinking patterns is the most accurate answer. Question number 17. Which statement regarding computational concepts is incorrect? Exactly. Think like a robot makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 18. In the world of computational thinking, evaluation means dash. Smart move. Making judgments is an accurate answer. Question number 19. What are the 3 main techniques in computational thinking? Nicely done. Abstraction, decomposition, and algorithms is a solid answer. Question number 20. The following is not a benefit of computational thinking dash. Clear logic. Your choice make problems complex so they are easy to solve is sound and 100% true. Question number 21. A way of thinking to solve a problem. That is the meaning of. Good job.
Your answer, computational thinking, works well here.
Question number 22. What skills do you need to develop to succeed in your exams? Right again. Decomposition and abstraction is a valid answer. Question number 23. What does decomposition refer to in computational thinking? Bravo! Breaking down a complex problem into smaller, manageable parts is the answer. Question number 24. What chronological order does computational thinking occur?
Strong choice. Decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, algorithm, evaluating solutions is the right answer.
Question number 25. Which of the following is true about software development?
Sharp thinking. All of the above is the right choice.
Question number 26. The reason why computational thinking is important is dash.
You got it. Your choice make problem solving easier is right.
Question number 27. A logical way of getting from the problem to the solution. Solid response. Algorithmic thinking is a valid choice. Question number 28. Which of the following is an example of thinking ahead?
Perfect. Cache memory is the correct choice.
Question number 29. Which of these is not a method of computational thinking?
Well reasoned. Coding is the correct choice.
Question number 30. Identify which statement describes algorithmic thinking.
Great job. Identifying steps involved in solving a problem is the accurate answer.
Question number 31. How many computational thinking methods can we use? Dash.
Correct response. 4 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 32. What are the 3 key parts of computational thinking? Clear logic. Your choice abstraction, decomposition and algorithm is sound and 100% true. Question number 33. The Indonesian word for computational thinking is dash. Smart pick. Computational thinking is the correct choice. Question number 34. What are the 5 main aspects of computational thinking? Excellent choice. Decomposition, abstraction, algorithm, pattern recognition, debugging, and iteration is the right answer. Question number 35. How many main units of computational skills are there? Sharp thinking. 4 is the right choice. Question number 36. There are dash key elements of computational thinking. Smart move. 5 is an accurate answer. Question number 37. Playing Angry Bird is an exercise in problem solving. Perfect. Abstract thinking is the correct choice. Question number 38. How many components does computational thinking have? Strong choice. 4 elements is the right answer. Question number 39. The core skills of application and computing are dash.
Great thinking. Computational thinking is the right choice.
Question number 40. There are some foundations of computational thinking. On track. 4 is the correct answer. Question number 41. Looking for similarities and trends within a problem. Valid point. Pattern recognition is true. Question number 42. What is not a computational thinking process is dash. Excellent. Hypothesis is a brilliant choice. Question number 43. Which of the following is similar to generalization? Well picked. Abstraction is the correct answer. Question number 44. The earliest form of computational thinking was dash.
Exactly. Decomposition makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 45. Identifying the steps involved in solving a problem.
Good thinking. Algorithmic thinking is the right answer.
Question number 46. Computational thinking is a way of thinking to dash.
Right choice. Describe the problem is the best answer.
Question number 47. What does using computational thinking help us do?
Nice selection. Help us solve complex problems is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 48. Abstraction and decomposition are examples of dash. Nice work. You chose computational thinking and it is correct.
Question number 49. What are the 6 C's needed in 21st century education? Right again. Collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creativity, computational thinking, compassion is a valid answer.
Question number 50. The goal of computational thinking is to help you.
Correct. Solve complex problems is the right answer.
Question number 51. What is meant by the term computational thinking?
Bravo. Understand and break down a problem is the answer.
Question number 52. What is the first step in computational thinking?
Well reasoned. Decomposition is the correct choice.
Question number 53. A recipe for baking a cake is an example of dash.
You chose an algorithm. And it is correct.
Question number 54. What are the names of computational techniques?
Nicely done. Decomposition, algorithm, pattern matching, abstraction is a solid answer.
Question number 55. The benefits of computational thinking are dash.
Well done. Trains the brain to think logically, creatively, and orderly is the right choice.
Question number 56. The foundation of informatics thinking is dash.
Solid response. Computational thinking is a valid choice.
Question number 57. What type of thinking is working with a model?
You got it. Your choice abstract thinking is right.
Question number 58. Define what is meant by computational thinking.
Great job. Using a computer to solve problems is the accurate answer.
Question number 59. How many steps are in computational thinking?
You're right. 4 is the correct answer.
Question number 60. Why do we need to use computational thinking?
Good job. Your answer, to help us solve complex problems more easily, works well here.
Question number 61. What do we mean by computational thinking?
Excellent choice. Understanding a complex problem and developing possible solutions is the right answer.
Question number 62. Define the term computational thinking.
Clear logic. Your choice making a computer use artificial intelligence is sound and 100% true.
Question number 63. Second step of computational thinking is?
Correct response. Pattern recognition is the most accurate answer.
Question number 64. Computational thinking is a dash process.
You got it. Your choice problem solving is right.
Question number 65. A step-by-step problem solving framework.
Nice selection. Design thinking is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 66. What type of thinking is adding numbers? Bravo. Algorithm is the answer.
Question number 67. Why do we need to think computationally? You're right. To help us solve complex problems more easily is the correct answer.
Question number 68. The tools of computational thinking is on track, decompose, pattern matching, abstraction, algorithm is the correct answer.
Question number 69. Computational thinking is used by dash.
Right choice. Both at NB is the best answer.
Question number 70. How is computational thinking useful? Valid point. Solve problems systematically and with steps is true. Question number 71. How often do we decompose problems? Good job. Your answer on a daily basis, often without thinking about it, works well here. Question number 72. Computational thinking adela dash.
Nicely done. Kara Burpika yang logis dan effective untukmenya lisakan masala is a solid answer.
Question number 73. What is computational thinking?
You chose use techniques and methods to solve problems. And it is correct.
Question number 74. Which is a computational concept?
Well done. Concept of solving problems systematically is the right choice.
Question number 75. What is the meaning of thinking?
Good thinking. Activities carried out to solve a problem is the right answer.
Question number 76. Computational thinking means to
Smart pick. Understand a complex problem and develop possible solutions is the correct choice.
Question number 77. Which one is abstract thinking?
Correct. Separate characteristics from details in the problem is the right answer.
Question number 78. Dash helps to solve any problem.
Excellent. Computational thinking is a brilliant choice.
Question number 79. The abbreviation of CTED is dash.
Well picked. Computational thinking is the correct answer.
Question number 80. Computational thinking is
Smart move. Logically solving problems is an accurate answer.
Question number 81. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Perfect. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct choice.